According to reports, NBA YoungBoy is preparing to enter a guilty plea in his federal weapons case in 2020, which would be a major development in his ongoing legal battles. Welcome back, it's your host Nancy Brown. If you are new here, make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Drew Findling, the rapper's attorney, has reportedly submitted documentation stating that his client is willing to modify his plea, according to local sources from WFAB in Baton Rouge. The case is based on an event that happened in September 2020 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. At the time, it seemed like a music video shoot. An NBA YoungBoy real name, Kentrell Gaulden, and 15 other people were taken into custody. The 20-year-old artist was taken into custody after police discovered that he was in possession of a masterpiece arms 9mm gun with a Magpul RVG Vertical Grip and a Glock 45 caliber handgun. YoungBoy faces severe allegations of gun possession because he is a convicted felon, which carries a maximum 10-year jail sentence. In addition, the rapper's legal team is attempting to have the case transferred to Utah, where he presently resides and is dealing with other legal matters. Throughout his legal troubles, YoungBoy has maintained a sizable fan base, with followers regularly turning up in large numbers, both online and in person. On July 22nd, during a virtual court session, a number of admirers joined in to yell "Free YB" following the rapper's appearance. However, the judge reminded them that the session had already concluded. The firearms case does not yet have a definite sentencing date, but is the August 19th arraignment. Since turning himself in January for a suspected probation breach, Blueface has been imprisoned. He was due in court today for a sentencing hearing, where he would at last find out what would happen to him. The rapper's supporters and loved ones are more excited than ever to see what happens at the hearing because it was originally scheduled for late last month, but was ultimately postponed. There was a chance he would be freed and able to go at last home to his family. Sadly, though, that isn't how things ended up.
Good afternoon, y'all.
Jonathan Porter Sr., Blueface's father, went online to express his sincere gratitude to fans in advance. He hoped the judge would be lenient with him in court and begged them to pray for him and his son. DJ Academics claims that Porter Sr. later updated his followers, disclosing that Blueface received a 4-year prison sentence.
I gave him 4 years.
He seemed heartbroken and wished his kid well, for obvious reasons. However, Blueface's parents weren't the only ones advocating for his release. Karlissa Saffold, his mother, has also spoken out a lot about her son's legal troubles. She even asked Kim Kardashian for assistance earlier this year. The welcome home party that Saffold had planned for Blueface will need to be postponed significantly, she revealed to TMZ last month. Social media users were hopeful that Blueface would come home sooner rather than later, if only for the sake of his youngest child. He is undoubtedly a divisive figure. Right now, Chris Rock is embroiled in a major legal dispute that might not finish anytime soon. When the new mother entered a courtroom in the San Fernando Valley in June of this year, she was taken into custody. She allegedly had an outstanding warrant for an alleged deadly weapon assault. She was present to show her support for Blueface, who is incarcerated at the moment. She was led off the property by the authorities, and she was eventually given a 30-day jail sentence in California. Although it's not confirmed, there are rumors that the warrant was issued as a result of her altercation with James Wright Chanel at a Tamar Braxton concert the previous year. In February, he filed charges against her for allegedly hitting him in the face. Chris Shawn was scheduled to be extradited to Oklahoma following her 30-day stay, where she's facing charges for possession of marijuana with intent to distribute and possession of a controlled dangerous substance. Court records state that the maximum penalty for all of these counts is 8 years, not 4 years for each. Fans are worried even though it's unclear what will truly happen in the Baddies Stars case. Chris Shawn Jr., his little child, is a major source of worry. He is just a year old. In addition to his mother's legal troubles, Blueface's father has been incarcerated since January on suspicion of violating his probation. Blueface and Chris Rock are both incarcerated right now, and it looks like Blueface will be released sooner rather than later. Fans are hoping that he will be freed during his court appearance tomorrow, July 29th. His mother Karlissa Saffold is getting ready for him to return home, albeit this is not a given. She recently asked fans for prayers on Instagram Live, disclosing that there will be a camera crew in the courtroom.
We got court on Monday, guys. Cameras are rolling.
At his hearing, Blueface might receive positive news, but Chris Shawn won't be as fortunate. She was supposed to spend 30 days in jail in California before being extradited to Oklahoma. While defending Blueface in court, the Baddies star was taken into custody back in June. It was then discovered that she was charged with marijuana possession in Oklahoma and that she had an outstanding warrant for an alleged attack with a deadly weapon without the use of a firearm. Saffold says that Chris Shawn could not be receiving the assistance she requires. The presenter of the Aunt T podcast criticized Chris Shawn's mother Charla Malone during a second live chat with fans, alleging that she has been sowing doubt in her daughter's mother's head and calling people out for snitching. "Don't send y'all kids out on a wild goose chase looking for people," she said, making them feel like people turn them in or told on them. "If you want to use her for clout, she's your child. Do what the FK you do," Saffold continued. "But don't put your child in a position in their heart and in their mind where they can't trust people that they might need."